Hello again. Another day. So, for today, I guess I just want to go on here, talk about just what's been going through my mind today. Um, I don't know. I had this idea. I had this like funny idea. So, earlier today, I was well, for my dad's business, he wanted me to get some we got these like canisters of gasoline, right? So, um he wanted me to go and fill these things up, go to the gas station, fill these up, and on the way, because I have to I got two of those canisters filled up in the gas station in town, but eventually they stopped taking my car, so I had to go to the other gas station uh, on the town over, and on my drive back, like I was smelling this gasoline in the back of my car because I put in the trunk, and I was just smelling it, and I was like, I really like the smell of gasoline. So, like, I was thinking, like, what if there was like a candle, like a gasoline, like scented candle? And I looked online, and there was, they exist. I'm not really surprised they exist. I mean, smells amazing. I don't know if y'all like to smell gasoline, but I like to smell gasoline, and I would really like that. But also at the same time, I also wonder if I would ever even if I would even trust lighting that thing anyways, because I mean it's gasoline scented. So if you like put a lighter on it, like am I gonna risk it? Is the scent good enough? Am I willing to try this out? Risk it? Risk it for the scent? For the scent of that good old gasoline smell? And I feel like that's kind of just been my whole day right there. Like, am I willing to risk it for that something? Because it feels like all day I've been procrastinating on, well, just my fears. Procrastinating on conquering my fears. Talking to women is what I'm trying to get at. I wish there was a more vague way to go. There's a more roundabout way, but I ain't even gonna bother about that. I'm just gonna say it with my. Just gonna say it. And yeah, I guess I'm just. Cause all day I had this plan. All right, I would go and get this gasoline thing done, then I would get some food or something, and then go out and cold approach and do that sort of thing. But I just I just couldn't get myself to it. I just couldn't, because I always came up with these excuses like, oh, it's just too hot, and it was a hot day out today, and I was like, I don't even want to go out today. I'm just going to go home. I'm gonna relax for a little bit, but then I'll eventually get to it, and then after watching some YouTube videos and just kind of sitting around, and an hour went by, and it's like I'm still haven't done it. And then you get to the questions of is do I even need a relationship right now? Like, is it actually something I should do, something I should pursue? Because I don't even know if that's even something. Because I mean, I'm kind of in a weird spot because I'm not gonna stay where I currently am forever. Like, with what my career is, what my dream job is, like, I can't stay where I'm at right now. I'm going to have to like move across the country in order to actually make this thing happen. Head out west. But so I don't even know if like I should even like try, or even if it's like ethical to do that. Like I wouldn't. No, it's not ethical. It's like moral. Like, is it moral to? Because I want to eventually move out, like towards like 2026. Around that point, like towards the beginning of 2026 is when I want to start going to university, or just whatever sort of college institution thing I find after I stack my bread. So that's my plan. But is it wise? Is it a smart move to try and date people at this point? And there's pros and cons to it. I mean, and I've written down a whole like um, list over there of pros and cons. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get it. Hold on. Ow. After some thinking, there was some other ones that, some other reasons I've listed out, but like, for instance, like one of my don'ts here is just I won't be here forever. I can't stay in the area that I am forever, and to, because I'm more like a long term, like real love sort of guy. So I just don't know if I'm like willing to, light this candle. I just don't know if I'm not gonna stay around forever to smell the fumes. If I'm gonna have to go and light up some other candle, like elsewhere, because I'm not expecting, like, if I were to get into a relationship, like, I'm not expecting this woman to like stay with me throughout, to go along with me on my journey, to go along with me on my adventure. I talked a lot about adventure in the last video, but we're all on our different paths. Like, especially at my age, like, people my age, we're all in the adventure point in our lives, and we're not all going to, you know, not all of our paths are going to stay together. Some people would it'll eventually diverge here and here and here and here, and just that fear of, like, it's just, is it worth it to do that? But in one of my do's here on my list, like, experience. I have to gain that experience to go and do this. Because I can't just, like. But is it even ethical to have, like, a practice girl? Like, the idea of that sounds so dehumanizing. It sounds so wrong. But it's like, what am I supposed to do? I, I don't know. And it was also just like some more selfish reasons, and just learning to be myself around people. But, and also, if I'm like supposed to be stacking my bread, it's like, should I be spending money on and spending my time on these strangers that I don't even know if I'm even gonna like have any, ties with, like, long term? But I guess that's fine, because I mean they'll be grateful for it anyways, and it's, even if I don't get anything out of it for like forever, for my whole life, at least I made someone's life a little better, or tried to do something good for someone. even if we weren't meant to be, and that the goodness of it all still matters. I don't know. This has just been kind of on my mind all day, and gasoline candles and procrastination and love. Of course it is, because I'm a man. That's just I'm a young man. That's what I think about. But I don't know. I was thinking. I mean, all these are just excuses. And are these even like priorities I should have at the moment? Like I'm gonna be like I was studying for my last final for my college, right? Like after tomorrow, like I'm done. I'm done with that place. It's over. It's over. It's over. Anyone get that reference? That's a good reference. But yeah. Um it'll be over. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to be doing after that. And that's the scary part for me. It's just the looming threat of what's going to happen after tomorrow. Because I have plans for it, but then I'm going to have to go and find a job again and just kind of wait around and stack bread and try to do what I can. But is it even. I'm just trying to wonder if it's even. Hmm. I think it is worth it. If nothing else than just for the experience. Because, man, I know deep down that I need that experience. I lack so much of that. Not only from just. I mean, it's just from how I grew up and just how, like, sheltered I've been. Just going through the school system, it just puts you on this tight, narrow track, and you go through that, and the rest of life is just out of view. It's like going through a. You ever see those like trains where it's like it cuts through a mountain and like there's like a big rock on either side? That's like the entire school system right there. Like you stay on the track and you just kind of just go through like this tunnel thing and you never even see the outside. You never see the outside world. If that's all you see and through the school system, because I've had no like social life or anything like that, so it's like that's all I've known. But I mean, I guess the good thing about it is we've all been on that train. So, I mean, I'm not alone on that. It's like, damn, there's just so much more to life than that. And it's scary. It's scary having to learn it all. Especially when the train is all I knew. But yeah. I don't know. I feel like I have more to say on that. Like all day, I just kind of been procrastinating on cold approaching because that was just part of my what I had planned, but just didn't get to it today. And maybe that's fine. Maybe it's okay. I'm only 20. It's like I got a long life ahead of me, probably, hopefully. And I got all the rest of my life to figure this out. But it feels like, man, and then some days it feels like I'm really lonely, but other times I'm like okay with it. Like right now, I feel kind of okay with being alone. But also sometimes I feel like, having a woman there would also just make it feel better. Like I just that's just how I feel right now. But is this even worth going for? And I think it is. It's trying to get me past that first hurdle. Because once I build a routine and once I, get used to this idea, like it'll get better. It'll just get easier and easier as it goes on. Like an example of this would be like going like how I am in the gym, you know. Maybe I'll do you know, like a 60-pound dumbbells for bicep curls, right? Or it's more like I use the big bar, that one. But using that for like maybe like 2 or 3 sessions, and then by the time I'm good doing that, like I'm ready to level up, and then you just build on top of that. Like you just get kind of used to it, like after a while, and it becomes easier. So it's just it's that first day. It's the first day that's the hardest. But yeah, um, I don't really know what else to say. I'm kind of doing all right today. Not much has been going on. Just kind of been like a sort of easy sun. No, it's not Sunday. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. It's the 15th. It feels like a Sunday for some reason. But yeah, it's just been kind of chill. I'm really enjoying this YouTube thing though. Like I feel pretty good about this. This is fun. Like all day I was thinking about, you know, recording this tonight and like how excited I am to actually like do it. I was like, yeah, I'll wait till later in the day once, the day's been concluded and I got the day to talk about, so here we are. But yeah, um I guess that's it. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I'll have some more constructive to talk about, maybe not, I don't know. But um I was watching um earlier today. I watched this YouTube channel called Dry Creek Wrangler School. Dwayne, Dwayne, this cowboy dude. He talks about life and stuff. He's like a modern day like philosopher cowboy dude. He's awesome. He's great. And I was watching his video on priorities, and he mostly focused on marriage and stuff. But the analogy can go further out into anything, and just I really need to figure out my priorities, I think. But yeah, like I'm just thinking about that and just focusing on like get the small stuff done, get the small important stuff done first. And well, it's kind of confusing because there's you have to focus on the important stuff, get that done first, like the like earliest in the day, like what's the most important thing I could do right now, the earliest, get that done. So if you don't get to it, it's no big deal. Like if something like less important, like you do something more important than less important, and if you don't get to the less important thing that day, it's whatever. But and also just focusing on the small stuff. But I'm also thinking about I'm thinking about my relationship with myself too, because I feel like I don't know if there's anything I need to improve on that, and that kind of concerns me that I don't see anything. Well, there is things I can improve, like externally, like things I can gain and everything, but when it comes like personality wise, like I don't know how to change that. I don't know what I can fix or how to go about fixing them. If there is, well, I know there is, but it's like it's so it feels like the things that I am, the like the negatives and all that, like they are just so ingrained into my personality that it's just kind of like it's weird. It's like how, like for instance, like I feel like I'm just kind of an asshole, and I don't know what I can do to change that. Change my attitude about that. I don't know. It's like something for like a therapist to figure out. And I'm also wondering if I'm like the other day, like I looked up the definition of a narcissist, and I was like, I that fits me like pretty perfectly. But at the same time, that could just be confidence, and maybe it's just me becoming more confident in myself to where like it's kind of looks like narcissism, but it's also like I don't know, it's weird. I don't know myself, so I wonder if that's also a problem I need to face. But right now, I guess I'm just too focused on external stuff, so I don't know. I'll something to think about, something to think about for myself. But yeah, um, I think that's it. I don't know what else to say. Um, this video, I've been looking at the time here. We are at 22 and a half minutes. That's longer than yesterday's video, and it feels like I've only been talking for like a quarter of the time compared to yesterday. Like what the fuck, man? What the fuck? But yeah, I'll stop here. It's been fun. I'll probably talk again tomorrow. So y'all have a good night, and I'll I'll see ya.